Hello, lovely people. Welcome back to Distinct and Jovial podcast. A little bit more of a normal Distinct and Jovial podcast, considering our last one was just minty fresh. My name is Dom. I'm joined by my wonderful co-founder Jerry. What are you doing, Jerry?
Minty fresh. We'll have to come back to that. Hello, Dom. You all right?
I'm good. Well, we've just discussed that we are tired, but life has not been good to us this August, shall we say? Well, wait, August and September. I think is the fair reason. Whether that is either due to finances or just generally you're being a bit like iffy everywhere else. I'm sure you can agree.
It's been a bit challenging. For definite.
Challenging. It is the 21st of September.
Just trying to put it politely.
Just trying to put it politely.
Sorry. Yeah.
It's the 21st of September. It's, what time is it? It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is our 52nd podcast, and as per always, the views on this podcast are our own. Do you want to go back to that minty fresh comment?
Yes. What the hell was that about?
What's wrong with minty fresh?
There's nothing wrong with minty fresh, but why are you minty fresh at 2:15 on a Sunday afternoon?
I have just brushed my teeth, to be fair.
Why?
If I have the opportunity, I'll brush my teeth after lunch as well as after breakfast and dinner, or before I go to bed.
Surprised you've got any teeth left.
No, interestingly, other than the shape of them, my dentist is very complimentary. In fact, it means that I loathe to pay the £52 it is to sit in the chair for 4 seconds. Yeah, everything's fine. Yeah, great, wonderful. And that's 52 quid for the privilege. All right, cool, bye.
God, we're definitely in the wrong trade.
Yeah. I'm not sure I could do teeth.
Aren't we?
Not sure I could do teeth, though. Anything private...
Half my family are dentists.
Okay. Yeah, everything private medical, you earn a bomb.
Yeah, and pretty much everything's private medical. It has been for dentists for the last 30 years now, isn't it?
Probably.
You can't find NHS for love nor money.
Oh, it's not...
They just don't do it. There's no money.
Yeah, there's no money in it. There's no money in it to do that. So, yeah. I like the phrase minty fresh. I think minty fresh is one of the best sensations that you can have post clean teeth clarity. And it's up there with like fresh bed sheets and cleaning your teeth after a hangover. Best two things ever.
Yeah. Freshly washed sheets are pretty cool. If you wash sheets in plenty of toothpaste, so you've got minty sheets with a minty mouth, and you cover yourself in like very, very strong mint oil so that your skin kind of almost burns because it's so tingly and fresh.
Isn't there a term
minty.
for that?
Kinky? I don't know.
No. There was actually
and
like
then your eyes start watering because of the mint fumes.
Yeah. Now you're going to tell me that mint chocolate's not very nice.
I like mint chocolate. Not many people do.
No.
But I do. I love a good after eight. I love the Elizabeth Shaw mint crisp.
Exactly.
But it's all got to be from the fridge. Yeah.
After eight
Matchmakers.
stored in the fridge. Ooh, now that's controversial.
It is controversial. But it offers a bit more resistance as you eat it.
Okay.
And you can savour it for longer because of that. It works.
That wasn't a phrase I was expecting. It offers more resistance.
It offers more resistance. It does.
I've just got this image of an After Eight sat in the pilot seat of an X-Wing. Darth Vader chasing it down at the time.
Actually, you could make a TIE fighter out of 2 After Eights, a Malteser, and a matchmaker.
Yeah. Yeah,
Couldn't you?
you could.
So you have after 8, half a matchmaker, shove that into a Malteser in the middle, then shove another matchmaker the other side of the Malteser.
Yeah.
Shove the after 8.
You'd have to get. It'd have to be a very.
It'd have to
be a small matchmaker because there's not that much gap, and matchmakers are like this, aren't they?
Yeah, you just have to break that down into the relevant.
Let's
size.
just break that down, shall
But
we?
yeah, chocolate. You can make chocolate TIE fighters.
Now I've just got this like vision. Are we going to be going on and on about like trying to set up like a buffet to enable us to make Star Wars characters from different foods? A Star Wars related buffet.
Ships. You could make an Imperial Star Destroyer out of cheese. If you got a big enough hunk of cheddar.
just get like a. No, it's got to be something like from a wheel. So it's got to be like Edam, like a Netherlands cheese, where they get wheels of it, because then you can just chop a wedge out
That's
of
a
it.
Millennium Falcon.
No. If you want to chop the wedge, if you're going to do a wedge, you've got to take it from a wheel. But the Millennium Falcon, yes, it's just the full disc of cheese, isn't it? It's lightly shaped.
Lightly shaped. You could, so you could do Edam, Millennium Falcons, chocolate
TIE fighters.
Chocolate TIE fighters. You could do giant, I don't know what cheese, Gouda. Apparently, it's pronounced Gouda, not Gouda.
Oh, is it really?
If you ask the Dutch, they go, "It's Gouda." It's not Gouda, it's Gouda.
I'm sorry, my Dutch colleagues.
Get one of those. Yes.
Oh,
gonna try not to go full gold member.
No, go full gold. We always go full gold member. That's the rule, isn't it?
Okay.
Oh dear. So and that all spanned from a conversation about me saying minty fresh.
Yeah, exactly. You could actually, you know what you could do? You could get a Malteser and you could just take a little circle of chocolate shell off one part of it, and then that's a Death Star.
Oh, just use a Satsuma.
Yeah, but you need to try and keep as much chocolatey as possible.
Well, we went into cheese, so we could hardly keep it chocolatey, can you?
Well, we started with chocolate. So you got chocolate TIE Fighter, then we moved into cheese, and then you go back to chocolate again. You don't want to start. Dom, don't ruin this by starting to go into fresh fruit, and nobody wants that. It's just upsetting. Right? Let's stick to a theme here, which is stuff that tastes bloody good, but it's not good for you.
Oh no. We've not even started the topics on the podcast.
Any hoot.
Speaking of minty fresh, by the way,
track.
are you going to retell your chili story? Your chili peanut story?
Oh, yes. So I went to Lymington Market on Saturday, and there's a stand there where this lady's selling different types of peanuts. So peanuts with different coatings on. And every time I've bought peanuts from a store or anywhere, he always says, oh, spicy chili nuts. And then they're not. Nothing's ever spicy. It's not properly spicy. No. And, this lady was selling it's Naga chili peanuts.
Oh.
And I said, are they properly hot? And she said, well, I can't eat them. She said, I just cannot eat them. So I said, oh, okay, well, you've sold it to me then. I'll have a pot. And that's the first time I've actually been almost defeated. It almost broke me. I actually got hiccups from the heat, chili heat.
I'm just seeing what the Schofield... It's over 8,000. 800,000 on the Schofield scale.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Scoville, you mean?
Yeah, Schofield scale. Bill.
Scoville.
Bill.
You just said Schofield again.
Bill.
Bill.
Not a
Yeah, Bill. You're saying Schofield.
Bill.
Philip Schofield. Yeah, I know what this. Listen, you're talking to the Chili King here. I know the Scoville scale. I'm surprised it's only 800,000. I thought.
Well, it's a ghost
Naga chili
pepper.
was more than that.
It's equivalent of a ghost pepper. So which
only 800,000.
Yeah, but it sits. Yeah, well, it sits on the scale between 800,000 and 1.5 million.
Yeah, this is about 1.5 million.
the Carolina Reaper is where it gets in there, and there's one called Pepper X, which is categorized as the hottest chili pepper, which is 2.693 million.
I'm up for the challenge.
Oh my god. Bred by Ed Curry, and he said that when he ate a Pepper X chili, he said, was feeling the heat for 3.5 hours, then experienced cramps that had him led out flat on a marble wall for approximately an hour in the rain, groaning in pain.
Oh my god. So you can't really eat it.
No, not really. Not really at all. Yeah, it's a capsicum, that's the one. You're all mentalists. I'm not a big fan of spicy food. But also peanuts are just the devil, so ugh. Not dealing with them.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I'm not a peanut fan. Don't like peanut butter, don't like peanuts. I'm not a big fan of nuts, just in general.
Fair enough. They're very good for you.
Are they?
Actually, you could. I think if you were to just get an almond, a big almond, that would be one of the Rebel Alliance ships, wouldn't it?
We're back to this.
It is, isn't it? You know the one I mean?
Yeah, I know the one you mean.
In Rogue One, it's like the main ship. It looks like a giant almond.
Yeah, yes, it does. It does. It's got that like
giant almond,
that kind of shape.
Yeah.
That,
yeah. Or you could do like slightly melted cream egg.
No.
Would also do the same job.
No, the cream egg is too egg shaped. The almond's probably slightly more accurate. I love the way we're having a discussion over this.
You're right.
I know I'm right. Why always the
let's
tone of surprise? Right, we know I'm right.
I don't know. I don't know. Let's do a chocolate covered almond. How about that?
Yeah, I mean that would work. Are you suggesting so you could like engrave into the chocolate what the?
Yes. Yes. Under an extreme magnifying glass, you can actually like carve in some nice detail in there.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Like George Lucas would be proud if he was to eat that chocolate covered almond.
Yeah. Speaking of, by the way, actually, I watched this weekend. That was my Saturday. I watched Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Ooh,
which is
nice.
Cracking film. Definitely so.
The original, the OG.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the first Indiana Jones.
What prompted you to watch the original? What? Hang about. What prompted you to watch the original Indiana Jones? A bit random.
Is it the original? No. Oh yeah. Hang on. No, it's Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's the first one. Which is where they go and find the
Ark that's been lost.
Yeah. The Ark of the Covenant. What prompted me? Well, I now have a television, as you know, and so I just put it on yesterday, and I decided, well, hang on a minute, I've got the opportunity to just sit and watch television this evening. What do I fancy watching? And it just was the first thing that was suggested to me on Amazon Prime, and I was like, yeah, why not? Bonk. So I
nice.
Watched Raiders of the Lost Ark.
It's the best. It's the original, and it's the best.
Well, it's got one of the best scenes in the world where the guy comes in, like sword wielding, and he goes, "Oh, I can't be bothered,"
and shoots him.
Yeah,
fantastic.
I will say some of the considering when you watch Star Wars, you can't really see the special effects that much, but there were a few moments where you could see the special effects. You're like, oh, this is definitely from 1981.
Oh yeah. Whereas Star Wars: A New Hope opening scene is still timeless.
Yeah.
There's still nothing like it in film history.
I don't know how they quite did that.
I don't.
I'm
It's
quite
incredible.
impressed.
Yeah.
So there's that. So yeah, I'm pretty sure. Is that a George Lucas film? Created by George Lucas, directed by Steven Spielberg.
Directed by Steven Spielberg, yeah.
Yeah, which I think...
Not Philip Schofield.
Not Philip Scoville.
Scoville. The other children's TV presenter.
The other children's TV presenter Was Philip Schofield a children's TV presenter? I thought he did this.
He was.
I thought he did This Morning, didn't he?
He did, but prior to that, there was him and Gordon the Gopher. So he had his. I was going to say something very rude, but it was him. It was him and Gordon the Gopher, like sock puppet thing, that presented the children's TV program, and I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, it was Philip Schofield, and then Andy. Oh, what's his name? Somebody that took over. Is it Andy Peters?
I've no idea.
Yeah, this is probably way before your time.
Before or after my time?
No, before your time, Dom.
I was going to say, yeah, because then I suppose you would have...
Because Philip Schofield was, he was late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, it would have been before my time.
When he was with Gordon the Gopher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure whether you watched him while your daughter was growing up or whether you watched him when you were kind of growing up.
No. I remember I'd already gone past that point, but he was still on TV, I think. I didn't watch him. I didn't watch the kids program, but he was presenting that when I think I was still doing GCSEs, and A levels. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have made sense.
Back in the day, when we only had, like, the TV was only black and white, we only had 3 channels.
Didn't TVs turn colour in, like, 1960s?
They did.
You're not that old.
I'm just exaggerating to make the point. I'm pretty old.
I'm not going to look that up.
Gordon the Gopher. And I'm trying to remember who did the children's TV program with Roland Rat.
Roland?
Do you remember Roland
No, I
Rat?
do not. Honestly, I don't remember any of it. I don't remember anything.
Roland Rat, yeah.
No, I don't. It's weird. I don't remember any television program from my childhood. I genuinely cannot think of...
Really?
No.
SpongeBob?
Not really my childhood. SpongeBob was late. Well, when was SpongeBob?
Mid-90s?
Possibly.
Late 90s?
I mean, we're on like season like 47 now, aren't they?
Yeah, something like that. It's been going for ages.
223 episodes. 99. So what?
When it started?
Yeah. So I would have been 8.
Oh, okay.
So in theory, I would have been prime SpongeBob. I don't think I had like the Disney Channel back then.
No, you just... Disney Channel. You just needed Sky.
No, I don't think I had that back then.
Nickelodeon. It was Nickelodeon.
No, it was Nickelodeon, yeah.
That used to air SpongeBob, yeah.
No. I don't think...
It was Rachel. Here's a fun fact. So it was Rachel that pointed out. So, you know, in the SpongeBob programs, when you suddenly hear that he goes, 3 hours later.
3 hours...
So the reason why it's a French accent is because that's supposed to be Jacques Cousteau.
Oh, right.
Because it was Jacques Cousteau who apparently inspired Steven Hillenburg to create SpongeBob. So that's why it's a French accent. I never understood that. Why it just seemed so random, but actually it's not random. There was a reason for it. And Bikini Bottom is made up of different things that have been discarded and thrown into the sea, like old exhaust pipes.
Chum bucket.
I didn't know that either. Chum bucket. Yeah.
Krusty Krab is a lobster trap.
Yeah. I didn't know this.
Did you not?
No.
No.
Every day's a school day.
No, I can't say I was particularly, but I suppose, like, they break it up into seasons, but I can't say it's really a television program I've sat down and watched a season of, if you know what I mean. Like, it just happens an episode is on here and there. And it was kind of the same with, like, The Simpsons and Futurama and, you know, South Park, Family Guy, all those things. I never really sat down and watched a season. I'm just trying to think, like, even The Big Bang Theory, I can't really say I've sat down and watched a season. I've probably seen most episodes, but I've not just sat there and watched a season, like, over a course of several nights.
Yeah, I haven't. I was never a massive fan of Big Bang Theory. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's a bit Americanized.
It's a bit too American for me.
Which is why my favourite at the moment is Ted Lasso, because that's deliberately taking the mick out of the Americans. It's so good.
So everybody that's seen that says it's fantastic.
Have you not seen it?
And I haven't seen it.
Oh, no, I would thoroughly recommend it.
Don't you? You need to have Disney though, don't you?
No, I think it's
Do you
Apple.
need Disney Plus? Oh, sorry, not Disney. Apple. It is Apple.
Yeah, Ted Lasso's
I haven't
on
got
Apple
TV.
Oh, and it's on Prime. Oh, it's an add-on onto Prime. That's why I've got it, because I bought it. I bought it on Prime. I was like, I'm sure it's
right.
But yeah, it's an add-on. So good. I was sending quotes to somebody. Jamie Tart is a muppet, and I hope he dies from the incurable condition of being a little bitch.
What? What, is that you typing that?
No. Oh yeah, I typed that, but that's what I sent to somebody because that is a quote from it. Follows it follows it follows an American football coach who comes over to take over as the manager of Richmond FC, who's a Premier League football team, but they get demoted and promoted at different points. And their star player, they're on the down, which is why they bring Ted in, because their star player Roy Kent is like in his late 30s, so he's old for football. He's got a bit of a gruff voice, and he's like, Jamie Tart is a muppet who I hope dies of the incurable condition of being a little bitch. And he says that on national television, right?
What?
There's a whole premise. It's so good, but it does really well in terms of like putting a comedic spin and effect on things like mental health and the way that they approach it. It's just, it's really good. It's a really, really good program. I really enjoy it.
I've heard it's fantastic.
Whistle.
Yeah.
Whistle. So yes, would recommend watching Ted Lasso. I enjoy it anyway. It's the type of thing I have in the background. We've been talking for like 20 minutes about absolutely nothing. Should we get onto the topics? I don't know. We've not really discussed the topics for this one because we've just kind of been so busy. There's that. I mean, we've got Vanity Fair to finish if you wanted to go through that. Namely because I was so tired last time, but I'm pretty sure I'm tireder this time than I was at the end of Vanity Fair. When we
I was
stopped.
going to say, I think your energy levels seem lower. Well, we need to finish Vanity Fair, so why don't we just make it quick? Let's just zip through.
Leroy Jenkins, what is the most important thing to you right now? Go.
Who, me?
Yes.
No, you need to start whilst I think of my answer.
Well, that's because I've actually written down answers for this year. Mine's a house. House is the most important thing. Although it's being a little bitch to me at the moment because damn DIY got incurable disease.
At the risk of sounding a bit Ted Lasso.
Believe. Yes. The
Anything
house.
else you'd like to add?
No, just I think the house. The house is just going to be the most important thing. I'm really restricted in terms of finances. Basically, that's the biggest restriction. So it's going to be saving up finances, doing something. Saving up finances, doing something. I could do with work being a little bit less of a dick, and therefore me having more energy to do some actual DIY, because I've done none this weekend. But as I said, I spent some time watching Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, which was much more fun than removing rule plugs, of which I have a room with 47 million.
Nice. I love removing rule plugs.
Is there a technique to it?
It depends. It depends on how fussed you are about damaging your wall. So you've got a number of things you can do. You can either try and grip it with a pair of pliers and yank it out if you can get enough grip on the end piece, if it's jutting out at all. If you can't do that, then sometimes it's easier just to hammer them in and just fill on top.
Good old polyfiller.
Good old polyfiller. Or you can put a screw into them and then use a hammer to wrench them out. So you only screw it in about halfway and then use the hammer to... But then that can wreck your wall.
Yeah, and I mean...
So I've done that before and taken half the plasterboard with it.
Yeah.
Half the plaster with it. Yeah.
And I mean, genuinely, that the amount of screws that are in this, raw plugs that are in here, maybe post-edit, I've got a video somewhere, I'll put some on, you can just see it. Look at that, post-edit. Because I started taking my weekly waffles that way, so they'll be the right frame shape. Anyway, some of these rule plugs, it's not that they're really far in and difficult to get out. There genuinely is about enough to feed the 40,000. There's just so many. And
I hate them. I hate removing them.
it would be fine if some of the, if they were all the same, where they were all just poking out. You could screw a screw in and just rip them out. But some of them clearly were there either from the owners before, or they've put some in and wanted to move stuff. And instead of removing said raw plugs, what they've done is they've just plastered over it or wallpapered over it. And in that room in particular, the wallpaper, all the walls in this bungalow, I've got a layer of, the only way to describe it is like polystyrene underneath it. Honestly, it was a terrible job because you just got like a trowel almost and just dragged it up, and you were just taking it off like snow. And I'm still pulling bits off the wall where it just got really static and stuck. I will say it does make a difference to the temperature in the room, because I've done that in that room, and that room feels significantly colder than before. Now, admittedly, it's the room that's connected to the garage, which the garage door obviously has a gap at the top, and then there's a gap, so it isn't the most sealed area. But I've then got the door closed to that room, and if I open that door to that room, it genuinely feels a significant temperature difference.
Right.
So I have made the decision that when I do rooms, I will actually be getting the equivalent wallpaper of now. Like some of this wallpaper, I reckon, is about 47 years old, because it's all got that weird textured pattern on it. And I will be putting, like, even if it makes like half a degree of difference, it does, like, you put your hand on the wall and it doesn't feel cold, it feels comfortable. So, and they're supposed to be good for preventing condensation build-up and bits and pieces like that. So, I will be re-wallpapering it again, which is why I'm not too worried if the wall is not perfect, because I'll sand it and do my best, and then I'm wallpapering over it to create a smooth surface for me to paint. So, yeah.
Just wallpaper is quite good at doing that. It hides a multitude of sins. But and you might be better off just sanding down the rule plugs.
Yeah.
Rather than trying to remove them.
I think I'll remove the ones that are easy to remove, but any that have been previously plastered over, they'll already be smooth because of where the wallpaper is, so those I might not bother.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'd do.
Yeah.
Make life as easy as possible.
Yeah. I've got to also take out a toilet and a sink from that room as well.
Yes. No, not before I've had a dump in there first.
You can't. It's already disconnected from the water, so you can't.
Still won't stop me from having taking a massive dump in there. And then when you pull that out, that's a you problem, not a me problem.
You don't want to use that though, because that room has no curtains and it's the one that overlooks the entire cul-de-sac, so everybody's going to be on show.
I don't care. I don't live there, so no one will know who I am.
Oh, you've been over enough.
So when they're looking with their... Yeah, exactly. So when they look with their binoculars, they'll just be like, oh my God, who's that guy? It's not Dom, but somebody's taking a shit in his toilet. Don't think it's even plumbed in.
Based on the comments that I've had and heard around this cul-de-sac, nothing goes amiss. I live with a bunch of people in their 80s and 90s. They spend all day looking like this, I reckon, outside.
Twitchy curtains.
Whereas I couldn't give two hoots.
Yeah, and I couldn't give two hoots.
A bomb could go out there and I wouldn't know.
So at some point over the next week or so, I'm going to come and take a massive dump in the toilet.
No, you're not. What's really annoying is I'm away this week, so...
Oh, if you just leave the key under the doormat.
Do not do that.
I'll just let myself in and take a massive dump in the toilet.
Should probably give you a spare key, actually. So yeah, I think the house is going to be the most important thing that I'm going to be working on, and just trying to keep my sanity. I would have said like health and wealth and stuff like that, but with the way things are going, it's just try and remain some semblance of sanity. Whee!
Yeah. So, I think for me, yeah, the most important thing is just keeping my job.
Yes. Which is not
and I've literally got nothing else to say about that. I will just leave it at that.
And none of it's in your control.
Yep. So just want to keep my job. And that's it.
And moving on to the next question.
I'm moving swiftly on.
Where would you like to visit next year? And I guess that you normally do this in like August, so it's in the next year. I've got America planned. America. I'm off to the good old US of A to Texas. Which is why I've been on my best behaviour about criticising any American politics. So I will save that for the December's podcast.
Yeah, well, I mean, the other day when I was listening to how much praise you were heaping on Trump and the Republican Party, I think
don't get me into trouble because I might not get in. I reckon reckon they will genuinely check things.
No,
like
but
this.
You
do not saddle me with anything that is false.
I'm not.
I will kill you.
Not. You're just saying that he's doing a good job.
I will cut this out of the podcast.
Okay, where would I like to visit next year?
You've got Rome coming up, haven't you?
I've got Rome coming up, and I have a meeting with the Pope.
You go to see a man about a dog normally.
No, well, once he's finished shitting in the woods, I think him and I, there's a fantastic Indian restaurant in Rome, so we're going to go and have a curry together.
That feels ironic.
And talk about all things ecumenical. And then next year, I wouldn't mind doing more of Italy. I'd like to go to Portugal.
Have you not been before?
I have. I've only been to Albufeira.
Ah.
So I'd like to go to... I probably have completely butchered the pronunciation.
No, I think that's pretty accurate, actually, to be honest.
Is it? Okay. There are other places that I want to go to, but I'm still scouting at the moment. Places where I really want to go, places like Zanzibar, I can't afford that. That's insane. I am definitely never setting foot back in the States ever again. So that's kind of good, because I was contemplating doing that, but actually that decision's been taken out of my hands, so that's fine. I mean, my all-time dream, really, my two absolute dream destinations are India. I just would love to go to India. I've been wanting to go for years and years, and I want to go to Japan.
Let's go to Japan.
But again, both of those, can't afford it right now. So... yeah, I don't know. I think I'll try and get away as much as I can next year, but I'll have to do it in an affordable way.
Please, sir, I want some more.
So I'll have to be realistic about where I'm going to go. What's that?
Please, sir, I want some more.
Yeah, please, sir, I want some more. So I think, if I'm going to go to Iceland, it'll probably be the supermarket, and maybe that's the closest I get.
Closest I'm going to get to affording an Audi is a supermarket shop.
Yeah. And yeah, exactly. And then, the closest I'll get to going to the Mediterranean will be me going to the local kebab shop. I don't know. I've got to try and figure something out. But it's probably next year. I think I wouldn't mind doing a couple of European destinations, I think.
Yeah.
And ideally ones where I can fly from Bournemouth or Southampton rather than having to drive to Gatwick or
Stansted.
Oh, good God. Stansted. What an absolute shower of shite that was.
Getting back
literally,
back at 5 o'clock in the morning.
I mean, to drive to Stansted, I had to take the M27, the M3, and the M25, and they decided on the way there to close off massive sections of the M3 on the way up there and completely close the M25 3 junctions before the airport, and divert you to the centre of London. And then on the way back, they completely closed off the M25 the other way, completely closed off the M3, and completely closed off the M27 as well. So I had literally no chance of making it back on a normal route.
M27, M3, M25,
Stansted.
M11.
Oh yeah, the M11 was okay.
I've been stuck.
If I could get onto it.
Yeah, if you can get onto
which
it.
I did for about
3 minutes.
I got onto it eventually for about 10 miles.
Ouch.
Eventually, when I had to keep reprogramming my sat nav, because my sat nav was like, well, I can take you the shortest route, which, oh look, that's the M25. I can take you the fastest route. Oh look, that's the M25. I had to put in convoluted route options
Yeah.
so that it would avoid the M25,
Yep.
because according to sat nav was like, nobody in their right minds would drive to Stansted in any other route. It's like, yes, I know that. Thank you, I do know. It's not my fault they've completely closed it off. So
I know, it's an absolute joke. I'm very fortunate. Well, I mean, I used to have that on my journeys to Yeovil and Bournemouth, where it was like, I know what we're going to do, we're just going to close the A37. Because, well, I'm pretty sure the A37 is closed about 47% of the time. A37? No, A35. A35. Sorry, wrong side. This side of Dorchester. It's the A35. A37 is Dorchester up. But yeah, the dual carriageway on the A35 towards Dorchester from Bear Regis. I'm pretty sure they closed it, I reckon, about 86% of the time that I needed to use it after 9 p.m. And then it just adds 20 minutes to your journey. Well, it adds 20 minutes to your journey and at about 47 miles. So I've probably spent an extra, I don't know, $4,000 over the 11 years doing diversions because Dorset County Council Dorset Council are useless.
That's the point. Because why? Because they just put the cones out, and I would argue 95% of the time that those cones are out and the road is closed, they're not actually doing anything.
We haven't got enough places to store these cones. So which road should we close off tonight, lads?
Honestly, if you take a look at a map now, I would say maybe 90% of the country is being worked on. Well, there are roadwork signs. Doesn't mean it's actually being worked on. There aren't that many people working on the roads.
Well, I'm just going to national highways now. For some reason, I've put my searching screen the furthest away from me. I've done that. Travel alerts. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Oh, I didn't realise national highways. Where are they based?
Can you hear me, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Where are they based? I don't know.
Birmingham?
I'm tempted to say London.
Birmingham?
That's too obvious.
Can you hear me? That's the question.
I can hear you.
Birmingham.
I can hear you. Birmingham?
Birmingham? Well, the A303 is busy. Who knew? So yeah, I'm just looking at national highways. It's not awful. Birmingham is awful. That's probably why they based themselves there, because that's where they knew all the local stuff was going to be.
It's the epicenter of the cones.
It's epicenter of all traffic is Birmingham. The problem is it's such a poorly designed road network around that position. Who knew? Anyway. Oh, Next one. If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be? I just wish I wasn't in the situation I was at.
Yeah. I read one of your comments, but I read one of your comments. I was quite intrigued by it because I thought you had battled social media and won.
No.
Like your social media addiction, and has it taken a grip again?
No, it just never really has. I don't think it ever will. I don't think it'll ever be perfect. And it's less like social media now. I find myself just like browsing on Reddit and things like that. That's the next thing to kind of curb. I'd love to just switch it off. I just wish I just didn't do it. And like, I'm so tempted to delete my Instagram and my Facebook and all of that. And then I just don't have the option to reinstall it. I don't have many things now really left attached to it, if I'm honest.
Why don't you take a hammer to your smartphone and just get one of... You should get the phone that my parents use, which is like one of those old school Nokia phones.
To be fair, I've been if I could have it with just WhatsApp on it, that I would be tempted. Very tempted.
What, seriously?
Yeah, very seriously, yeah. Very, very, very seriously. I spend far too much on... What? Yeah, but who else does text messages? Gordon Bennett, Jerry.
Well, everyone's got... Wait 1 second. I know text messages are so 1990s, but everybody's got access to it. You could just say, look, the only way you can contact me is via text. Or you can write me a letter. It's no school like the old school.
Write a letter. Somebody asked me to send them a postcard.
Write a letter. Or, heaven forbid, you can pick up the phone and call on my landline.
Do you have one?
On my landline.
Those are being phased out, so you can't use the landline. They are legitimately being turned off.
Everyone's fun. God's sakes.
It's fine.
It's not one of those phones like with the rotary... Yeah,
I call you.
Dial.
You don't answer half the time, but I call you.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's so much easier, Dom, isn't it? Think of how much we covered. So we had a half-hour conversation yesterday. That would have been the equivalent of maybe 8 hours of toing and froing on WhatsApp.
I'm gonna find out how long it was now.
Tell me I'm wrong.
It doesn't tell me. 52 minutes.
Oh, 52. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. That replaced a lot of WhatsApp text.
Yeah, it would have done.
If we had to cover all of that ground on WhatsApp, that would have been very painful.
It's not quite as good. I had a call with Laura last week Friday. How long was that one, do you reckon?
Well, minimum, your calls with Laura are minimum 3 hours.
So this was 4 hours, 18 minutes.
Yeah, there you go. So a quick call with Laura is like 3 hours and 5 minutes or something.
We had
So 4 hours and how many did you say? 4 hours and
18 minutes.
18 minutes. So that's like an average call with Laura.
It's probably about the average, yeah.
I think a long call with Laura would be sort of like from the minute that the sun rises and then you sort of hang up when the sun sets.
Yeah.
That'd be like a relatively long
That might be a long
relatively long call with Laura.
You know a call is long when you have to take a bathroom break halfway through it. That's the thing.
What, just going for a shit? You have a shit in the
Not while on the phone. Gordon Bennett, Jerry.
Number ones or number twos?
Shall we move on? What's your thing that you would change? No, I haven't curbed my social media.
I would be very,
thing.
very rich. I would be very rich. Just give up my job. And I'd be off ski. Realistically, what would I change? I don't know. There's so much that needs to change. Where do I start?
It's from the top.
I don't even know where
We're going to start in the
anymore,
middle of the list today, donk.
Yeah. I'm just going to eat this after 8, starting in the middle. I don't know.
That's slightly robust. No, what was it? Had good resistance.
Slightly, it offers resistance.
I'm so delirious. I apologise, folks. I have no idea what we're doing today on this podcast. We're just chatting utter nonsense. Ironically, this will be the one that will go viral, won't it?
Well, this will probably go viral, and it'll probably go viral because Hoops will take up the challenge of making a chocolate TIE fighter.
Oh, that'd be cool, wouldn't it?
And then he'll take photos of it. Yeah, he'll take photos of it. That will then go viral.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll have Barack Obama and all sorts on this on our podcast, and
I would love to
we'll
have Barack Obama on this podcast. That would be really cool. I'm curious to see what his favourite meal deal is.
I reckon it's chicken and bacon. Chicken, bacon, and sweet.
No, he's a coronation chicken.
I think he would
just to throw you off. And he likes pineapple on pizza.
Do you know, I'd still slate him like I slate everyone else. If he said that, I would say, listen, with all due respect,
you're wrong,
Mr. President, because apparently they do always still get called
That's
Mr.
true.
President, even when they're ex-presidents. So I'd say, with all due respect, Mr. President,
you're wrong.
You are wrong. So you can take the pineapple.
Oh dear.
And you.
Like I said, a coronation chicken.
So no, I reckon chicken and bacon with sweet corn. And I think you'd go for Dorito chili heat wave.
Okay.
And I think you'd wash all of that down. Yeah, I think you'd wash all of
that
down.
No, it's American, and they're really big on their ranch, so it must be. It's gonna have to be the cool Doritos, surely, because there's a slightly different flavour in America than it is here. The cool Doritos.
Okay, cool Doritos. Either way, I'm sure he'd have Doritos in his meal deal, and I think he would wash all of that down with a Diet Pepsi. I don't think he'd have a Diet Coke because it's too obvious. I think he would have a Diet Pepsi.
He'd have a Diet Pepsi. Oh dear.
There you go. So that concludes Vanity Fair.
No, we've got one more. What do you want to accomplish with the podcast in the next year? I don't know what we got. Like, I'd put some stuff on, like, some bigger and more.
Actually, we've got 2 more, Dom. We've got 2 more. Do you think you're in a better or worse place than last year?
Oh, did I miss that one?
So, yeah, what do we want to accomplish?
Hang on, what most important?
No, that's the last one. That's after that.
Oh, no, I missed it. Oh, I missed the entire question. Sorry. What do you want to accomplish in the podcast
No,
next?
but we haven't got to it yet.
Oh, right.
No,
cool.
no, it's fine.
Yeah.
The podcast one's next. So what do you want to accomplish with the podcast in the next year?
Well, we've got some...
We need to get a celebrity guest on.
Well, we're not going to get a celebrity guest on unless something goes viral, are we?
And it will do with a chocolate TIE fighter.
Surely, Codename Pork Scratching is good enough nowadays to be a celebrity guest.
I think he is.
Yeah.
Celebrity guest. Yeah, I think he is. We need to get him on.
I mean, we have got.
No, we need to do
plans.
Yeah, we have got good plans, and I think probably one of the scariest moments that we've got coming up is going to be Hoops and Chat Stevie
Hoops and Chat Stevie T as co-hosts. I might not rock up. I might just let them record.
Honestly, we literally just have to start the session, and then we'll just like put ourselves on mute and just go and make a cup of tea.
Strong cup of tea.
Popcorn. Strong cup of tea. Proper builder's brew.
Yeah, no. I'll look back. I've got 1, 2. What is that set for? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 8 podcasts planned, so that's till June.
Nice.
Nice. And I was just looking at it. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've got that planned. Yeah, I've realised as well that Swanee, when you next come on the podcast, we're doing it in person, by the way. He doesn't know that until he's listened to this podcast.
He also doesn't know that he's just lost the game.
That's so good.
But he does now.
So good. Oh, I'm waiting for the text messages that I'm going to get when people listen to this, and they listen to it at different times, and I'll be like, God fucking damn it, Tom. It's not me.
Yeah, this time it's not you.
Yeah.
They can curse at me.
Oh yes, no. If all plans pan out, we've got some really good episodes. This episode, I'm feeling this episode is currently a episode 7 of a 10-part series. It's that filler episode, where we've lost the plot. We've got a bit tired. We've got 8, 9, and 10, which are kind of like the build up, and then the 2-part finales. That's what we've got, right? This is episode 7, folks. This is the one where you just go. Did this episode need to be here? No, probably not. Probably not.
But somehow, strangely, you still enjoyed it.
Yeah. I mean, I always enjoy this because I'm just talking absolute nonsense. Honestly, I think you may notice I'm so mentally tired. I don't know what's happening. I've kind of gone like this in my energy levels. I had a bit of a spike earlier on, and I've just come back down again. I could quite happily.
If you fall asleep, I'll just shout very suddenly and just startle you awake, and then
I might just mute you.
Get through to the end.
Just mute all output on my computer so it still records. So Jerry's just
basically.
Everybody on the podcast can hear it, so he's just shouting into the ether. Hello, is it me you're looking for?
Lionel Richie.
Well, what would you like to accomplish? I mean, we've got some good plans, but nothing big.
We have got good plans. No, I think now is the time for something to go viral for us to get a celebrity guest on. I think we need to do the old flipperoo. I think we need to get Joe Rogan on here. So in fact, I might as well
go and ask him when I'm out in
America now. yeah, if you can. So this is to Joe Rogan's agent. We want to turn the tables. We want you on our podcast.
Yes.
I'd have loads of questions for him.
Yes. I think what I've realised, just while I'm contemplating here, right? This is the first episode I feel like I can't be... Like, if I'm going to just switch it up a gear and just speak from the mind a bit, I can't be open and honest, because we can't discuss what's happening at work, because we said that we never would, and we don't want to reveal who... Well, you can find out who we work for, but we don't reveal it on the podcast. And then I can't give my opinion on a lot of the world events because I genuinely don't want to screw up my ability to go to America in 4 weeks. Right? That's a genuine reason I'm not expressing my opinion. Otherwise, there'd be some very strong quotations probably coming across. That's weird. I can't express my opinion on my own podcast. What the fringe, Jerry?
Yep. This is the right to free speech.
Except when it criticises people.
Except when it criticises, everyone's got the right to free speech unless it criticises the current
establishment.
Across the board.
Jesus.
You've got the right to say whatever you want, Dom, so long as it supports all current establishments.
That's basically true.
No one's stopping you from speaking positively about all the current establishments. Just remember that.
You do the most sarcastic thumbs up I can ever do in my life. Obviously, audio listeners who won't have heard that, you can't play a sound that indicates that I'm doing
Picture a thumb.
Thumbs up. Should get out the smug face. Right. So yes. Anyway, let's do the last one. Are we in a better or worse place last year? When I wrote this, I said I was in a better place. And bearing in mind, I wrote this for the previous one. But everything's just gone to tits in the last, month and a half. Legitimately, when I wrote this, I probably was in a pretty good place. I was just... Because it was... Well, this would have been July. So just about to go to summer camp. We had some great plans at summer camp. Things were going well. And honestly, August and September can just be bent over the table, barked at, and then done doggy style. I just don't understand how it's gone so wrong. It just is unbelievable. And I can't even talk about it. It's just... What?
You jinxed it.
I did.
Because I actually remember... I remember the last time we were having this conversation, you're like, do you know what? Life's pretty good.
Yeah. I legitimately was
and
like that.
And you were actually kind of a bit smug about it. I thought, oh, he's setting himself up for a fall.
Smug's the wrong term. I think it was more like... there is part of me that's sort of like, do I not fucking deserve it?
No, of course not.
I don't want a life lesson. I just want... I'm going to quote Bluey now. I don't want a life lesson. I just want to eat ice cream, right? It's like...
Yeah. We're never going to get a break, Dom.
No.
Not going to happen.
No. I'm a millennial male in 2025. A break is the last thing I'm going to get. Give me a Kit Kat if I can't have a break at least. And then I can annoy everybody by, instead of snapping it, I can just go, and eat it like that.
Yeah, you should do that. Yeah, eat across the roads.
I do all the time, just to annoy people.
Yeah, brilliant. Do you seriously do that? That's actually quite upsetting, but... For the purposes of making a point, I'll let you off.
To explain why I do that, because the only way to otherwise eat it is you then have to snap it, which means that you have to hold the chocolate with your fingers, and then you get chocolate on your fingers, and I don't like that. Because then you have to wash your hands afterwards. Because chocolate bars melt. You're looking at me as if I'm a weirdo.
How long are you holding the Kit Kat for?
Well, but then if you've... How do you then... Because you can't shove the whole thing in your gob.
You snap... No, hang about. Wait, well, hold up. You snap, for a start, this is why you keep chocolate in the fridge.
So it's got...
Right.
So it's got more resistance.
Hashtag just saying. So it's nice and icy cold when you bring it out. So you won't even have that melty problem. You snap off a finger and then... You put the other 3 fingers down whilst you eat the first finger. Then you snap off the second finger, put the other 2 fingers down whilst you eat the second finger, and so on and so forth.
So you keep all your chocolate in the fridge?
Yes. Because it's almost criminal not to.
No, I don't keep any chocolate in my fridge.
Well...
Now, admittedly, I have no chocolate in my bungalow at the moment.
That's an even bigger problem.
Wow.
That's an even bigger problem than not keeping chocolate.
No, because I have an addictive personality.
Not even having chocolate.
So I will just like if I buy like a pack of like 4 Kit Kats, they'll be gone in an afternoon. I haven't got this resistance, so I just don't buy it.
Is Tom. On top of everything else that's happening, do you really think that self-denial of the small pleasures in life is really the way forward? Really? Like, what else is left?
I mean, to be fair, that is exactly how I treated the end of August. Was just like, fuck it.
Yeah, you might as well start smoking, drinking, eating shitloads of chocolate. Just go full Wolf of Wall Street.
Ironically, I barely ever drink, and I'm the one with the liver function failure test that's still happening. And we talked about Actimel before we started the thing, right? So I drink Actimel, Benecol, all that good stuff, right? And I still have high cholesterol and a dodgy liver test. I don't drink alcohol, dodgy liver test. I don't eat the fantastically. I probably could have a few more fruit and vegetables, but generally it's reasonably balanced. Like, what? If there is a God, I would quite like to take him into a room for 5 minutes and be like, why? What did I do to deserve this?
I think you should pen a strongly worded letter to God.
Maybe I can give it to you and you can hand deliver it to the Pope when you go to Rome for me.
That's a bloody good idea. Do it.
When you go for the curry, here's a letter from my best mate that just says, what the fuck?
We'll order our food. They'll say, do you want poppadoms? Yes, please. They'll bring the poppadoms out. And as we're cracking the poppadoms, like karate chopping them, so we can start dunking them in a mango chutney and stuff. I'll say, oh, by the way, sorry, just it is the law. I've just got something here from Dom that I'd like you to read, and I'll just hand it to him. Let's see what he can do. Look, it's the It's the shortest communication route through to God, isn't it? Via the Pope.
I wonder if God uses WhatsApp or text messages.
He doesn't. He communicates. He gets his messages from the Pope. The Pope is like his PA.
Chief of staff.
Chief of staff, because it's important that we now use that sort of terminology. He is the chief of staff of God.
Oh dear. Have you noticed I've gone a bit Dilali?
No, I haven't actually.
Oh dear. Right.
Do I need to answer this?
Yes, you do. Because it's not fair that I've just moaned and gone, what the fuck
Yes
happened?
and no.
Yeah.
Yes and no, and I can't even be bothered to explain it all. So we'll move on. I can't talk about most of it anyway.
No. None of us can. All these people that listen to our podcast are going to be like, we know what's going on at work. Those that work with us are going to be like that.
Exactly.
Ah, dear. I can hear Swanee. I can hear him in my mind going, God, Bennett, you too. And he'll still be annoyed about losing the game earlier as well, which I think is
he
the
will
best.
be. And then I think the only thing we need to do is maybe do like a 4-minute silence or something
4 minutes.
to wind him up. I think we should do it. Let's have a.
I could just edit
have
in a
4
4 minute
minutes of-
silence. We don't have to do that, by the
You
way.
should do. No, you should do.
Just
like,
watch
call this like meditative contemplation time.
Right, so folks, if you hear a 4 minute silence from now, right, and now it's
I
me
like the way
coming
we
back.
both go silent.
Yeah, we've gone silent, but if you hear a 4 minute silence and suddenly we're back, right, you know it's just purely. I might do that. Just it's going to be my entertainment, right? It's just.
I'll do it. Do it. If that, I mean, it might break him, but it'd just be worth it for the shits and giggles. Just do it.
Based on the conversation I've had, he's already broken anyway, so let's not break him too much.
Fair enough.
Oh dear, right. That's all the Vanity Fair questions. That took probably longer than I expected, but hey ho. I think I've lost the plot. I wanted to do a conspiracy theory one. I don't know how up for conspiracy theories you are, but I found a cool thing a while ago, which is called combo conspiracies. And I was going to share the video. Unfortunately, the video is of a streamer who I used to respect, but then it came out about 3 months after I found this video that he has, shall we say, dealings with minors. So I'm not going to show the video now because I don't want to give him a platform. This is I mean, you give that so genuinely, right? Quite often in the streamer such things like that, right? I'm pretty sure that it's this one, but it's like you get someone that gets popular, and then something comes out, and you're like, oh, for fuck's sake, I can't use any of the content that I wanted to use now.
I don't want us to be involved in some kind of an Epstein-esque type scandal. I would suggest maybe we move on to Poignant Questions.
Yeah, we can have a short episode. We might make an hour. However, I do want one small thing which is slightly separate that I want you to think about and contemplate. How many rib cages does a centaur have? Think about it. A centaur. Are you Googling it?
Quite a lot. You'd have to.
Well, because
look
it's
up
going to
how
have a
many
rib
ribs.
cage as the man section and the horse section.
Yeah.
Because the torso of the man sticks out from the horse's head.
Yeah.
Have I made you
I'll come
uncomfortable?
back to you on that.
Have I made you uncomfortable now?
No, I'm just googling centaurs. They just look like it's the craziest looking thing I've ever seen.
I mean, on conspiracies, do you believe that mythical creatures like that ever existed?
What do you think, Tom? Have you Googled a centaur recently?
Yeah, I know what a centaur is.
So, definitely not.
So how?
I've just seen someone. I've just seen someone painting. It's on YouTube. Someone painting a centaur that happens to be half horse, half human. So you've got a human on all fours with a horse's
things that you can't unsee.
Yeah, it says I made a majestic reverse centaur. And this is a stupid thing. And the guy and the half human part, he's wearing like he's wearing like Daisy Duke style
yeah.
denim shorts.
No, we are not sharing the screen for those that watch this on YouTube, because I don't want to disturb everybody. I'm just laughing at the reaction that Jerry has to this.
This is so ridiculous. So yeah, no is the answer. Short answer. And it doesn't matter how many bloody paintings and depictions they have of centaurs, and I can actually see a mythical centaur skeleton.
Yeah.
In fact, there is one here, so let me do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 40.
40 ribs.
40 ribs. There you go.
2 sets of rib
20
cage.
on each side. Yeah.
Fair enough. That's because it's 2 rib cages. Fine. Should we do poignant questions? We're going to a bit of a classic, and then we'll fill out the time. This is a proper episode 7 of a series.
It is.
I can't believe how delirious we are.
So tired. Just so tired.
Right, destination weddings. Go. What do you think?
Just don't even. No, don't. Selfish. There you go. If I had to choose one word. If you want loads of people at your wedding, it's selfish. If you're not bothered about having loads of people at your wedding, that's absolutely fine. So, actually, destination weddings are really cool. But you have to balance that with am I going to piss off Aunt Mabel? Because she's not going to be able to make it.
Somebody think of Aunt Mabel.
Somebody think of Aunt Mabel and Uncle Brian, because they can't afford to go to the Maldives for this beach wedding, and it's too long a flight for them.
It's expensive.
Versus we will get married in Newton Abbot and we'll be able to invite Aunt Mabel and Uncle Brian.
So you think they're okay as long as you pick between guests and destination?
You have to. Yeah, I think. I mean, look, I'm not being funny, but if you're Jeff Bezos and you do a destination wedding and you decide you want to get married in Venice, fill your boots. You can pay for everybody to go.
Yes.
I mean, which is pretty much what he did. So, yeah, if you want a destination wedding and you want me there, depending on where it is and depending on how invested I am in that destination wedding, yeah, I'll pay for me. I'll be there. You want to get married in the Bahamas? Brilliant. Pay for my flight, pay for my accommodation. I'll just get my ass to the airport. But there is something about destination weddings. You can also tag onto that destination, like stag do's as well. So stag do's used to be the whole. Right, so stag do's used to just be, we're doing a pub crawl around Newton Abbott.
What have you got against Newton Abbott today?
Abbott. I've got nothing against Newton. It just sprung to mind. We're doing a pub crawl around Newton Abbott on Saturday. That's going to be the stag do, and we're going to go for a curry. We're going to have loads of drinks, do a pub crawl, finish it off with a curry, and that's it. That's the stag do. But no, now stag do's are like, oh yeah, we're going to Vegas for 5 days, and then we're traveling to Guatemala, and then we're going to the Galapagos Islands, and then we're it's just, it's like, okay, so you want me to spend like 28 grand on travel and accommodation for your stag? So
to still tie you up to a lamppost where you're
actually
completely very drunk.
Well, I will say this. It's usually, over the years, I've witnessed this. It's usually guys that do this.
Stag do.
It's usually the groom. The bride is sort of more excited about the fact that they're going to be settling with somebody, and they're going to be starting a life with that person, starting a married life with that person, and, building a family with them and all the rest of it. Whereas the guy is just like, yeah, this is brilliant. I don't care about the wedding, don't care about the marriage, don't care about anything. Just want to go on a absolute blowout stag do. And and funnily enough, I've noticed let's just say some of the shortest lived marriages directly correlates to the most expensive stag do's.
So the more expensive the stag do, the more likely the marriage is going to end early.
Yeah, I knew. So I'm not gonna give away any details, but I knew a couple who the female partner was like, they did like a spa weekend or something, and it's like a normal kind of hen do. He decided he wanted to go to some, and it was like a proper blowout thing, and he invited me, and I said, well, how much is this? The flight alone is $2.5 grand. And I was just like, I said no, absolutely no way. He ended up only having about, I think, 6 people or 5 people go with him on this stag do. He spent an absolutely ridiculous amount of money and got others to spend a ridiculous amount of money on his stag do, and that marriage lasted a year.
Oops.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I admit that
just a disclaimer.
Yeah.
Just a disclaimer. I'm not saying it's like that all the time. I'm just saying this is what I've witnessed.
There is a correlation.
There seems to be in what I have witnessed. There seems to be a correlation. Yes.
I mean, I don't think you're wrong at all. What I find interesting about this whole premise, right, because it's very unlikely that I'm going to get married. And I've only ever been on one stag do, and that was for somebody that I thought was going to be really messy, but it didn't actually end up being really messy at all. It ended up being quite a nice time in Barcelona, to be honest, which sounds a bit destination-y like, but actually the flights to Barcelona weren't that expensive. It was like, 100 quid, and then it was like, 200 quid for the hotels.
That doesn't count. Yeah, Barcelona, Amsterdam doesn't really count. That's not, for me, that's not like a destination.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So that was all right. I have been to one wedding abroad, but as they are German, I think that's kind of acceptable to go to Germany for their wedding.
It's only fair.
And that was really good. And again, it wasn't that expensive in the grand scheme of things. It was hot. I remember the weekend, it was about 38 degrees. It was warm. It was toasty.
Well, Germany is notorious for blisteringly hot weather.
Yeah. It was hot.
So you should have been prepared for that.
It was hot. The thing is, I was prepared. It was such a dry heat that I was just like, I needed about 6 litres of water just to survive. So yeah, and then, but I've heard of, your point I think is really good. If you've got low guests and you're doing a destination wedding, fine. The only person I know that's done a destination wedding was just her and her husband, and then they went, they hired a camper van and went round. They got married in Fiji and then hired a camper van and went round New Zealand for a month for their honeymoon.
Nice.
I mean, fair. That sounds awesome, to be honest.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
It's fine. But if you want Aunt Mabel there and Uncle Brian, don't get upset
That they can't
if
make
they
a
say they
Distinct
can't
Jovial.
make it.
Absolutely. Unless that's your intention.
I'm saying nothing. I want to upset Aunt Mabel.
Oh dear. Right, next
So I
poignant
think
question.
Uncle Brian is like secretly relieved.
What's weird is I do have an Uncle Brian, but that's what I'll get those around.
Oh, there you go. Well, could be anything. Uncle Dennis. Uncle Keith.
Buttercream / icing on a cake.
Oh, I can get sickly.
Really? Oh, I'm like, it's the best bit.
So, I like it. No, I like it, but it in moderation. It can get sickly, and I've got a sweet tooth. It can get sickly very quickly.
I think buttercream is better than icing.
Oh, sorry. Am I misunderstanding the question? Buttercream or icing?
No.
It just says buttercream / icing.
Yeah, it's a slash
so
icing.
just generally.
Yeah, just generally.
But both can be a bit OTT depending on how much. I've had cake which has had way too much icing on it,
Yeah.
and I'm like having to peel this thick 1 inch thick layer of icing off the
I
cake.
can imagine.
It's almost like a 1-to-1 ratio of cake
Caked.
sponge to icing. And then I've had other cakes which are slathered in buttercream,
Ugh.
and you can literally feel your arteries clogging up
I love buttercream.
with each mouthful.
Buttercream is the
Yeah.
best. I love buttercream.
So, yeah, I think if it's a thin layer, again, cakes that have got loads of buttercream on it, it's nice. Like the first couple of mouthfuls, you go, "Oh, that's lovely," but then you start getting that tingling in your left arm, and then you start to have to scrape the buttercream off for the sake of, like, I need to make it through to the rest of today. So that can get a bit tough. Yeah.
Oh, game on. If I'm going down, I'm
So
going.
you're a massive fan.
Yeah, if I'm going down, I'm going down in a tub of buttercream. Bring it on. Love it.
Do it.
No, I don't know what it is.
Do it.
I think it does depend on the cake, right? So, similarly, there are certainly some cakes that I'm like, it needs an icing or a buttercream, otherwise it's just too dry. I can't imagine a Victoria sponge without the buttercream and jam in the middle.
Yeah, that would be insane. I don't know what cake that would be. It'd just be a sponge blob.
Yes. So
Sponge blob.
it's a new program.
So it is, isn't it? Are you ready, kids?
Sponge blob.
Sponge blob.
SpongeBob circle shorts or something like that, would it?
Circle shorts. SpongeBob Daisy Dukes. Shop the look.
Where did we go wrong? We've definitely lost it, the plot today.
So tired.
Milk or cereal first when you're pouring it into the bowl?
Neither. I fucking hate cereal.
Oh, really? I didn't know
So you
that.
can take the box of cereal. So this is what you do. You go and buy a box of cereal. You take the inside portion of the cereal, which is like the cereal that's held in the Stay Fresh bag. You pull that out of the box. You shove that straight in the bin, right? You then get your box and you flatten that so it's nice and recycle friendly. And then you just save your milk so that you can make nice cups of tea and coffee. Job done. Basically.
Jesus Christ. That wasn't the answer I was expecting at all.
No, you can't I'm just shooting straight.
Oh my Christ. I mean, fair enough.
And your answer is?
It's got to be the cereal first.
I've never known anyone to pour milk in first, to be fair. I mean, that's a bit...
Straight to jail.
You normally want to measure out your cereal, don't you? If you don't want to, like, pour it... I don't know how that would
But,
work.
I mean, by the way,
it's like...
have you ever, like... you've seen people pour a bowl of cereal. Have you then actually ever seen somebody weigh the amount of cereal that you're supposed to eat according to the guidelines? It's like a tenth the amount that you're supposed to actually eat.
It doesn't surprise me. I mean, it doesn't surprise me because you've probably got about 2 weeks' worth of equivalent, your GDA of salt and sugar.
That's true.
In each bowl, normal bowl. I mean, putting in milk into a bowl first before you add your cereal is about as bizarre as pouring gravy all over your plate and then adding your roast. What sort of nonsense is that?
Because then the first bit that you then pick up is dry, and then you just get sodden, like, meat at the bottom that's just sodden in gravy. You want to pour the gravy on top, so all of it's covered in gravy.
Yeah, exactly.
And milk and cereal is the same. I love that. That was great, by the way. That is an absolute classic. It's like pouring gravy onto your thing.
Yeah. I'll just have a shit ton of gravy on my plate. Okay, now what roast should I put on top of that gravy then? Oh, I'll have a slice of turkey. Some potatoes.
Genius.
That literally makes no sense.
Putting ketchup on your plate and then pouring the peas on top.
Right, exactly. Another fantastic analogy, because you want to get the jet of ketchup.
Yeah, carry on.
And it splodges into the peas, and some of the peas just like it pushes some of the peas out the way. Others just go and it gets smothered.
I had a text from Laura on Thursday. Today is Sunday, so I was in the middle of it was about 9 o'clock in the morning, and it just says, "What's wrong with you?" Like, no context. Then there's and then I saw the two messages above. So I just saw the "What's wrong with you?" She'd sent it like the third one message, but way that WhatsApp stacks the notifications. I was like, and it's ketchup and garden peas are vile. You have mushy peas of fish and chips. What's wrong with you? I mean, she's wrong, but... And then...
Actually, garden peas or petit pois? You need petit pois.
No, garden peas. No, garden peas.
What?
Proper garden peas.
Why garden peas?
Because they're better than petit pois.
Why? How?
Right, and then this is Laura's follow-up thing. Tell Jerry a pink wafer would be my number one by choice. This is from Laura. Are you going to let her back on the podcast?
Okay. Okay, I've got a message for you, Laura. What's wrong with you?
What, the actual fringe?
What, the actual pink wafer?
Yeah, as number one.
Nobody bloody eats pink wafers. It's a last thing to go. You know when you get like the big family packs of biscuits and they've got all the different assortments.
I would have said a pink wafer would come into a family pack of biscuits, and it's just air. I might as well just chomp here. There we go. I'm eating a pink wafer. It's just not pink.
Oh look, I'm just eating like it's edible polystyrene. Nice. That happens to be pink. Lovely. What the hell?
I can't believe how stitched up you got on that again. on that blindly rates.
Bloody hell. Bloody pink wafer.
Jack was so
pink wafer. Jeez.
And then her thing, I think they should make the next Blonde buy. Next Bond buy. James Bond.
What?
I mean, okay.
By what?
I assume she means bisexual.
Oh.
I mean, each to their own, whatever.
That's interesting. Okay.
Well, because there's a lot of controversy about who the next Bond is going to be. And they're talking about making a female Bond.
That's what I heard.
What the fuck? I'm not even going to censor
Gordon the
that
Gopher's
one.
Q. Do you pay attention, 007?
Yeah, I do pay attention to 007. And don't touch that. It's my lunch.
I don't know. It's my lunch.
But I suppose then you could keep the Bond as male still, but you just make him gay or bi, and that would throw everybody off, wouldn't it? That would throw all the haters off. And then for the 100th episode, she has suggested that that's when we do cocktail hour, which I think would be a disaster. Because can you imagine us getting drunk on a podcast? I mean, based on the state of this podcast, can you imagine us getting us drunk on the podcast?
Drunk, but not just drunk. I think we need to be like tripping our nuts as well. So I think we should just basically
Pure heroin.
pop maybe 2 or 3 shrooms, and then just start necking some porn star martinis and Long Island iced teas.
Oh yes, I love a Long Island.
And see how we get into the podcast.
So that
and
was...
it's like, oh, Dom, there's some weird stuff going on your green screen. And you go, well, I haven't activated anything.
Oh no, it'd have to be in person. We've got to do a 100th episode in person, haven't we?
Yeah, we do. But we need to pop some shrooms.
No, thank you. Oh dear. Electric toothbrushes. Back onto poignant questions.
What about them?
Just yes or no?
Yay or nay?
Yay or nay?
So, yay, because actually, it's a lot more effective.
Yay.
I used to be sceptical until I started using an electric toothbrush years ago, and I was like, this is good.
And we've already discussed...
It's a bit of a game changer.
We discussed Minty Fresh at the beginning of this podcast. I'm quite, as you may have noticed by the fact that I brushed my teeth before I did the podcast, I'm quite a person that likes my teeth very clean. So yes, electric toothbrush, yes. Flossing, yes. Mouthwash, yes. Tongue scraper, all the stuff. So, yeah.
That's the one.
That's the one. That is the one.
Yeah, it's a big thumbs up for electric toothbrush.
I'm going to make that the tagline of this podcast. Big thumbs up for electric toothbrushes. Oh, and all our audio listeners can't see us.
You need
doing
like
a
the
big
thing,
thumbs
like
up.
the glint
Ding.
off the tooth, like the ding.
I can do that in post-edit if you want me to.
You should do it. You should so do that.
I'm not sure.
Remember, you need to add in 4 minutes of silence just to completely fuck Swanee off. And you need to add that in.
Oh, dear. Recliner sofas.
Used to be a skeptic. I've used the one that my parents have got. No longer a skeptic.
No, still not. Still not a fan. Still not a fan. Because I don't like the way when they stretch and there's always that bit in the middle that hasn't got any support, that's just covered by usually leather, and you always get your arse like stuck in it. Not a fan.
The one that my parents have got, that doesn't happen.
Mm.
It's a really good recliner sofa. It's a bit of a game changer. It's what made me change my mind on recliner sofas.
But I mean, we have very different sofa choices because you've got a leather sofa.
Yeah, but I haven't necessarily got this out of choice.
Okay. Whereas I can't stand leather sofas.
I did it out of necessity.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So I park my ass on a dead cow. Out of necessity.
Moo.
And it doesn't recline, and the headrest is so uncomfortable that it's literally like having a rhinoceros sitting on my neck. So I'm looking at it now.
I can see mine. I have a sofa now.
Woohoo!
From the last podcast that we did on this place, I didn't have a sofa, but I now have a sofa, dining room chair, and a television.
And a television.
Which was lovely to watch the F1 today.
Nice.
And was utterly bonkers. But, hey. It is what it is.
I think if you were to park your ass on the right recliner sofa, you'd probably change your mind.
Yeah. I don't like individual chairs. That makes sense. So like a single chair. It's got to be a sofa. And I do want an L seat one, so you can have a bit that you could recline out to, but I wouldn't strictly want a recliner sofa. I just find that sort of that position is not comfortable. I either need to be properly horizontal or just my head up, so I get a crick in my neck and curse myself for not going to bed earlier. Otherwise, I'm not happy.
Oh, if you want a crick in your neck, this sofa I've got works wonders. You'll get neck pain in under 2 minutes.
Nice.
Severe neck pain. Yeah, it's lovely.
Fair enough. I don't know where we're going with this. Scented candles.
What about them?
Yes or no?
Actually, again, I used to be a skeptic. I quite like scented candles.
Oh, Gordon Bennett.
Now.
Overrated, overpriced.
And I'll tell you why. They're more effective. So I've tried. You shove the bits of wood, like the massive toothpicks and stuff, into like a scent jar.
Yes.
And it infuses. What are they called? Infusers.
Yeah.
And they're good for about 3 days, and then you can't smell them anymore. And then you keep turning the infusers around, but it still doesn't really make much difference. Whereas a scented candle definitely fills the room with the pleasant scent. And one thing I like about scented candle, it feeds into the whole thing of like my childhood sort of fascination with fire, building bonfires, and so it's flame. So that's also like quite hunter-gatherer. It's like, ooh, flame. You light the candle.
So good. Ooh, flame.
You
Fire.
get to use matches, which you don't. Fire.
You are the kid that runs in the background. Somebody gave me fire.
Yeah, I'm like Beavis from Beavis and Butthead, who keeps going, yeah, fire. So yeah, scented candles all the way for me, definitely.
All the way. No.
All the way.
Absolutely, completely opposite.
Fair enough.
And I think it's interesting because I had a power cut here, and
you could have done with some.
And I was on the phone to you, actually, wasn't I?
You were.
And I was.
And it just.
And I was speaking to my neighbours, and they were like, "Oh, have you got candles to put around your house?" And I was like, "No, I've got a torch." It didn't. What?
What, scented torch?
No, I don't need scents.
Would that be a better option?
I don't need scents. I don't like.
Yeah, but if you could have like coverings for torches, that when you switch your torch on, it heats up the covering, and then you get like smells.
I just think of fire hazard.
What, with candles?
With all,
that's your risk assessment,
Yeah.
health and safety.
That's
thing
I quite like my
kicking
house
in.
and don't want to burn
That's
it
in
down.
overdrive. Yeah. But I don't think that actually there would be a scented candle market. There wouldn't be a demand and a market for these things if they were really that dangerous.
I always wonder.
The only thing I will say,
Go.
I've never understood people that have a bath and they have like about 800 candles around the bath. I've never sort of quite understood that.
I don't understand how candles make things romantic.
It's the soft glow of the flame.
Have you noticed I've been single for quite a while?
Yeah, it's the soft glow of the
Maybe.
flame.
I can just hear a couple of like friends that we've got being like, "Dom, you're just so neurodiverse. Get yourself tested."
I think jump in the bath, forget the candles, just wear that wide-brimmed hat. You are good to go.
Wear me wide-brimmed hat to me and me cargo trousers.
And some wellies.
Wellies and shorts. Wellies and cargo
And some
shorts.
Daisy Dukes.
That'll get
Or
'em.
Daisy Dukes. That will.
I'll have them tripping over the doormat. Or bath mat, whatever you want to use. Well, I don't even have one of them. I don't have a bath mat in my... That's going to be contentious for some. That I've said that I haven't got a bath mat in my bathroom.
I'm sure it's going to trigger people.
Yep. That's all I think we've just done for this podcast, is just trigger people.
Yeah.
This one's interesting. Dressing up your pet.
If it's a Chihuahua, it's perfectly acceptable. If it's not a Chihuahua, you're not allowed to dress your pet. It's ridiculous. Stop doing it. But if it's a Chihuahua, you can dress them up in anything you want. Jumpers, dress them up, make them look literally like a burrito or a taco. Put a little Mexican sombrero.
Do you not put like
Chihuahuas,
bandanas or stuff on the giant douche?
I tried putting a bandana on the giant douche, and he hated it, and he kept pouring at it, and eventually he pulled it off. And then I put it back on him, and he poured it off again. And then I was just like, he got really pissed off as well.
Yeah.
So then every time I got the bandana out, he was like, "You can fuck off." And he was just, he just was having none of it. So I gave up on that idea. But Belle wears, the turd sandwich wears, she's got a whole collection of jumpers.
For practical.
She's got Christmas jumpers, she's got Halloween outfits.
Or is that just what Rachel wanted to do?
Just is what Rachel wants. I mean, it does, and Chihuahuas are quite susceptible to the cold as well, so it does help them in winter.
Yes.
Because they don't generate much heat, because she's literally the size of one of my turds. So she needs some help. But you can dress her up, and she looks good in it as well. That's the other thing.
Well, I mean,
it looks natural.
Well, yeah, and if you're walking around with a Chihuahua, you just pull, or the Chihuahua, you pull everybody that comes within a.
Well, with Taco Bell, yeah, I get mobbed.
Mm.
If I was to walk down Lymington High Street with Taco Bell, which I have done before in the past, I've been mobbed, literally.
Or a baby.
No, more so. Well, I haven't walked down Lymington High Street with a baby, so I did get mobbed at a wedding once. I was holding my friend's baby.
Mm.
She said, "Oh, can you hold my baby?" And then she just disappeared for like 3 hours. And then everybody kept coming. And her baby was only... she was really young. A couple of months old.
Oh, wow.
Like that. And literally the whole time I was standing there with this baby going, hello. It's just like, before I don't think people really used mobiles back then either.
No.
So I couldn't really call anybody. So I was left holding this baby thinking, okay, this is insane. Like, I'm walking around this and I couldn't find my friend. And she literally disappeared. But the whole time I was standing there with this baby, like, everybody that walked past just went, "Oh my God, she's so cute.
Mm.
Is she yours?" No. "Oh, but she's so cute. Oh, you're so good with her." Oh, okay. This is before I had Rachel. So, but I've always been good with kids because of my cousin's kids. So
Yeah, fair enough.
But by that point, it's that definitely was not my first rodeo.
I was saying, you had the dad jokes probably down from when you were born, so we're all good there.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Oh dear.
What did the sushi say to the bee? California sushi. It's a California sushi roll. What did the California sushi roll say to the bee? Wasabi. Wasabi.
Oh dear. The ones
Wasabi.
they do jokes on our team at work every day. The job role that you do puts them in. And yesterday I turned up late to the stand up. I don't have to be there, but I'd like to go. And they just had the frame on, and it said, "You stole my Microsoft Office." And I just went in. It was a bit silent as everyone was trying to figure out, and I went, "That's easy. I will have my revenge. You stole my Microsoft Office. You have my word."
Oh, God's sake.
And that was the first contribution I said, and they were like, "That's brilliant. How did you know that?" So I've heard that one before, but yeah, that was great. And I said, "That's all I'm contributing to this. Bye."
You have my word. That's awful.
You're welcome.
That's shockingly bad. Even by my standards, that's shockingly bad.
No, I think that's about the equivalent.
Yeah, fair enough.
Speaking of babies, posting baby photos on social media. What do you think of that? Oh, you come from an era
Why
before
would you do
social
it?
media, so you probably skipped it, didn't you?
I totally skipped all of that. I don't even know why you'd do it. Why would you do that?
As somebody that we talked about earlier, somebody wants to curb his social media addiction, and I'm tempted to delete my Instagram and Facebook. So if I disappear from Instagram, you know why.
I think you should just put no posts on there. Just put one photo of you as a baby, and just leave it at that. Yeah, I don't know. Why would you do it? Why
It
do
says
people
you
do
that's
it?
posted baby pictures on your Instagram, but that's other childish.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
My God, they're my little fur babies. That's different.
I did see somebody.
You put fur babies on there.
I did see somebody that was walking outside of Tesco's, and she had a jumper that just said "Golden Mama," and then with a picture of a golden retriever, and then she had a lead with 2 golden retrievers on walking past.
There
and
you
I
go.
was like, "Yeah." I messaged Laura that and said, "That's clearly your future, isn't it?"
But that's allowed. You know, Rachel says that she's got no interest in having a child, so her child is basically the turd sandwich.
Yeah.
So that's my grandchild. It's the turd sandwich.
And got a lot of attention when you were on calls with the turd sandwich.
The turd sandwich is legendary.
I do. So
yeah, I don't understand it. I just don't get it.
No to posting baby photos. Last couple before we truly lose the plot. Mayonnaise on chips.
Okay.
There we go.
Mayonnaise on chips. Okay, well, mayonnaise on chips, like, why would you do that? But
As
a
an
pot of
alternative to
garlic
ketchup.
mayonnaise- Well, a pot of garlic mayonnaise that you can dunk your chips in, why not? But it's got to be garlic mayonnaise.
Oh, okay, so you're specific on your mayonnaise.
Yes.
Fair enough. I don't like mayonnaise. That's my problem. But I love burger sauce,
So that
which is probably the same ingredient. Someone's now
Burger
going to tell
sauce
me
is
that
great.
burger sauce and mayonnaise
it's kind of, I think it's a variant of mayonnaise,
Yeah.
isn't it? Ironically,
mayonnaise.
burger sauce is very nice.
I love it. Can't spell ingredients.
Burger sauce actually works very well on a kebab, on a doner kebab.
I love burger sausage and everything. Burger sauce.
Have you had burger sauce on a pizza, or have you ever dunked pizza slices into burger sauce? I think I'm asking probably an obvious question here.
Yeah, it probably is. Oh yeah, burger sauce base is mayonnaise, and then they just add mustard,
There you go.
mustard and pickles. No, yes, I don't like mayonnaise because I think it's too bland and too wet. I think it's the term I'd like to use, make things soggy. But burger sauce, that extra kind of spice, is similar probably to what you think with the garlic mayonnaise. But yes, well, there are other pizza outlets available, but Domino's used to do a cheeseburger pizza, and it came with burger sauce drizzled already
With
on the
burger
top.
sauce, nice.
But
Nice.
the garlic and herb dip that they do is amazing.
And is that mayonnaise?
I
based?
suspect that that's probably just a garlic and herb mayonnaise.
I think it probably is. Yeah.
So I was like,
And that's lovely.
do what you want, but I suppose I can't. Like plain mayonnaise, no thank you. But burger sauce, garlic and herb dip, anything from Nando's, the peri peri stuff. Yeah,
Lovely. But I'm not down with plate of chips and then you just squeeze mayonnaise over it.
No.
That's
heathenous.
that's taking it too far.
It's got to be a dip and chips, not
It's got to be a dip.
on chips
Yeah. Yeah, you need to keep the mayonnaise. You need to keep the chips
and the sauce
crisp.
Yes, chips and sauce separate.
So yeah, exactly.
Yes, absolutely. Can't have foods touching other foods.
No, can't cross the beams.
Should never cross the streams.
Should never cross the streams. That's it. Stream.
The beams.
The beams. What the hell? Streams.
No, I was just thinking of lightsabers with beams.
Yeah. What? Actually, I saw something funny on. It came up on a reel, which is like you see they've taken video footage, like somebody's filmed it on their mobile or something, of like drunk people or angry drunk people fighting, but they've gone and sort of photoshopped in, for want of a better expression, lightsabers.
Yeah.
So you just see them and then they do the Star Wars music. It's like, that's hilarious. So funny.
You can see your level of humour there, can't
funny.
we?
Oh, it's just brilliant.
Last one on the poignant questions. Pokemon.
Okay, what the actual hell? Now, Carey's going to probably
Okay, I'm very interested.
tear me a new ass on this one, because I think she has quite an affiliation to Pokemon. Not necessarily through choice, but she gets it. I don't get Pokemon at all, in the same way that I don't get Minecraft.
Okay, so you're talking purely the video game part of it. That's interesting.
Yeah, but even Pokemon cards and...
Did you not collect anything when you were younger?
I did, but I collected baseball cards when I was living out in the States, and football cards and rugby. You know, they had ones for rugby as well, which I get, because you sort of think, oh, you know, these are real people, they're sports people, and you know.
No, and I think it just holds the same nostalgia for people as that ability to kind of just thing. I think Pokemon's been ruined in the last 3 years with people, with how expensive the cards have got, and people scalping and trying to do each other over to get good cards purely so they can make a collection. And I truly hope that the currency of Pokemon cards collapses and they're all just worthless because it's just cards.
What's scalping?
That's basically... So scalping is the phrase where a new edition of Pokemon cards gets released, right? So they make a new box set and they distribute 100,000 of them, and people will wait for them to be released, go into stores, buy as many as they physically can, and empty the shelves in 5 to 10 minutes, right? So that they can then unwrap them, find the good cards, get them graded and sell those good cards, so they make all their money back to people that want to build up a collection. So it's known as scalping. It's take it.
So when you say get them graded, what does that mean?
So you can send off cards and they get put in a box and then they're graded 1 from 10 on the quality, things like that. So things like cards when they're printed will be slightly off center, or there may be a scratch on it and that degrades it. So obviously a higher grade, it's worth more. To purely simple, it's normally between 1 and 10. So a 10 card is a mint condition card. It's mint condition comic books, things like that. But that's how it gets to.
Jesus.
Whereas
Christ.
the video game part again has been ruined by the latest few games. But if you go back to the original thing, it was just a genuinely balanced, fun RPG that I played as a kid that I really enjoyed. You go back to Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Red, Pokemon Silver. Just genuinely a good kind of RPG game to kind of while away the time, and then it inhabits that collector's thing. And you don't get Minecraft. That's an intriguing one. But I don't imagine...
I get Lego. Right? I totally understand Lego.
Yeah.
So why take a similar concept? And...
Are they?
So you've got games console. Well, similar... They're not a million miles apart. What I've never understood about Minecraft is you get games consoles that can render some of the most amazing gameplay, imaging, and video.
And then you got these square blocks.
With all of that processing power and stuff, and then somebody goes, "Oh, I'm going to go and get Minecraft," and load it onto this ridiculously good processor games console, but all you're doing is you're creating these like Mickey Mouse type blocks. To do what? You build a world, a blocky world. Like what? I just. Some people have spent. What really gets me about Minecraft is I know my nephew is obsessed. I think he's still obsessed with it. He spent months, years. I'm talking day and night. He was building like his little Minecraft world. For what? What have you got to show at the end of it? You've done no artwork. It's not like, oh, I've created some artwork. I can frame that. Something I can look back on in the years to come. Or, build a Lego set and you go, oh, look, it's a Lego set. That's pretty cool. It's like, what is the point?
I can tell you the point. I know. I got. There's 2 points that I will say. One is the journey. Like, because the fun of a Lego...
Journey into what?
Well, Oblivion? I mean, because the fun of a Lego set is not having the Lego set at the end, because most of those Lego sets then sit on the shelf collecting dust. It's the art of building the Lego that's the fun bit. And that's probably similar to Minecraft. And Minecraft is a lot more deeper because you've got, if I combine this element to that element, I get a different element. If I build, and then you can get to the point where you can almost like code things in there. So it is an early form of coding. People have built built a calculator in Minecraft that you can actually like press the buttons on it in Minecraft and it will calculate something. So there is an element of that. That's that. And you say nothing to show, but actually you still have a Minecraft world to show. It's very similar to an artwork. But I would argue it's more on the Lego scale, where the Lego at the end is cool, but it's the art, it's the process of building it that's fun. I'd like to point out that's why I don't enjoy Minecraft, is because I'm a completionist and you can't complete Minecraft.
Oh, I didn't know that. That just makes it worse.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I suppose that makes sense, because what are you doing? You're just...
Yeah. Whether you enjoy
no
the art of
really.
trying to complete something and get into a goal, or whether you just enjoy the journey, depends on whether you enjoy Minecraft or not, I think is the honest term.
Lord help us all.
Lord help us all. But we have run out of questions for our podcast. We somehow stretched that to an hour and 54 minutes. And if you add in the 4 minutes of although I think we're probably talking for about 15 minutes before, so maybe a little bit less than that. But if we add in the extra 4 minutes that we get of silence that we're going to put in for Swanee, it's still an over an hour podcast. It's fine.
Exactly. It's the 4 minutes of silence. I think that's the bit that Swanee's going to look forward to the most.
I'll put in a minute for you, Swanee, not 4.
Now, what would be an absolute head trip is if you did the 4 minutes before we get to the point where we say we're going to do the 4 minutes. So then he'll think that, is there something wrong with my... has the app crap? What the hell's going on? And then it's explained later on. So that would literally just fill him with complete rage.
I could hear him now. He
Explain
doesn't
it
live that
after the
far
fact.
from us, by the way.
Just explain it after the fact. I think we should do that. Do maybe try different things like that.
I've still got to the teeth ding when we talk about electric
teeth
toothbrush.
ding.
And the minute of silence.
Teeth ding, 4 minutes silence. And then we're good to go.
Oh my god. What has this episode been, Jerry? What are your final thoughts?
I don't know, it's been a good one. I've enjoyed it. It's been a good one.
I'm so delirious.
I still want to
see.
So you need to get some sleep. You're going to ask me. I'm going to beat you to this now. I'm going to get straight in there.
I said final thoughts.
The best form of defence is attack.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to get straight in there before you've even had a chance to do anything. I've gone full Leroy. So I'm going to go in there and say my final thoughts are: I can't wait to see the finished product of Hoops making a chocolate TIE fighter out of After Eights, Matchmakers, and a Malteser. Or even a cream egg. Because Malteser would be too small for TIE fighter. Would that be too small?
No, because an After Eight's only about this big.
Maltesers.
And
yeah, true. So it'd need to be quite a big Malteser, though.
Yeah. For
Yeah,
a
a
Rocher?
cream egg would be way too big. Maybe, but they weren't really knobbly though, were they, TIE fighters?
Well, you can smooth it
You
down.
need them quite smooth. Yeah, you could.
Just lick it.
Anyway, he's the food expert. I'll leave it to him. Hoops, whatever you.
I want to
you
see Star Wars vehicles
fit.
in food form.
In food form, but I want to see a chocolate TIE fighter, please, with After Eights as the wings,
Yeah.
and I want that professionally photographed.
Well, Hoops could do the professional photography as well, but yes.
Exactly. Well, I think he can also make it
Yeah.
or paint it. Maybe we could commission a painting by Hoops.
A chocolate type.
I don't mind. We just
trying to
need a
think of
chocolate TIE fighter.
Life size.
Anyway, Dom, what are your final thoughts?
Yes. I have no thoughts left in my head because I don't know what happened. Like I don't know whether we recorded this at the wrong time. It's just come at the wrong point in the midst of like some utter gumph that's just happening in my life that I just genuinely don't know. And it's not like I'm not sleeping. It's just I'm for some reason just suddenly like mentally knackered. I'm looking forward to the next podcast when I don't have to plan anything. I'm just going to get on the roller coaster and just ride this bitch.
Definitely. White knuckle ride. Grip on tight.
Absolutely. Oh, God. Just this week. Just got to survive, Jerry. That's all it is.
I know.
Surviving, not thriving. Story of my life.
Don't worry. We've only got another, 24, 25 years of this. Sorry.
What do you want about? You've only got about 5 years left, haven't you? Or 6 years?
Don't give me that.
8 years.
Don't give me that. The government, but literally just like 5 minutes before I'm due to retire, the government will go, oh, what a shame. You've only got to do another 5 years now. They're going to keep upping it.
Oh.
So I won't be able to retire until I'm probably in my 90s.
Which means I've got like 60 years left. Wonderful.
Yeah, basically. Look forward to it, Dom. Remember, like Minecraft, there is no destination, it's all about journey.
And on that note, we shall end that episode there, folks. Thank you very much for listening to our complete and utter delirium this week, this month. We have got some better episodes planned, I promise. Although we need to actually plan said episodes of the content. And so we will look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Bye!
Take care, everyone.